Right now, it's about 48 hours since the moment I created the new beginner account for 2024. And this is the second time I am clearing ToA normal 100. Yes, you heard that right. The second time. 24 hours ago, I cleared for the first time in less than a day playing this game, which is really crazy. So let's clear this one for the second time right now. I'm just mind blown by the amount of progression you can get done in Summoners or in just 24 hours. Granted, I've been playing non-stop since the moment I created the account, minus 16 hours of sleeping, so this is more or less about a week worth of progression, depending on how fast you pick up the information that you need to know about Summoners War. So in this video, we have a summon session, account progression update, and I'll be touching on these questions that I think will help you a lot. So let's see if we're gonna get another LD5 for this new beginner account, because I smell that something is cooking in this scroll. Okay, first we have the Witcher scroll. Let's go through it. Maybe we're gonna get the light series. Who knows, right? Got what color? What is that? Red? Please tell me it's red. Oh my god, if this one is dark again, I'll be so sad. Okay, but it's red, so not too bad. And I still want the other 5-star in the collab though, like maybe this unit, or actually I got that one already today. I want like a PvP like Tiana. That would be really good. This is my third chilling already. I have no 4-star in this game, and that's my third chilling. I want Tiana. I want Adriana, so I can use them for early game PvP. That would be amazing. But it seems like we're not getting anything crazy here potentially. Okay, that's my first twin. So potentially we're gonna get another one. All right, LD scroll. Maybe I'm gonna turn. I kind of want Dark Series though. But can we get one lightning? How did I get an LD5 in this account before any LD 4-star? That is just crazy. Okay, can I get one lightning? Okay, that's not too easy. Not too easy. First update, Giant Abyss Heart and Dragon Abyss Heart are both done. The team is not perfect yet, and I might be skipping Giant altogether and going straight into Dragon because I already have a very good team. I just have the 2A Bella Dion and max the skill level of Spectra, and I think the team is gonna be very good. These are the 6-star unit I have made. My regret is this guy because I thought I wanted to go into Giants, but then I don't really need him as much, and I think Lauren's gonna be amazing for ToA in general because I didn't get any light secret dungeon on the first day, so I was a little bit impatient and I made Roy, but I don't think I need him that early on. My first 2A is going to be Spectra because this unit will allow me to destroy ToA in general, and also very good for Dragon with a very big damage skill 2, and also this amazing skill 3. My Devamon is going into Spectra because I need the skill up increase, and I will not be making skill up for 2A because there are so many I need to make for early game. My next goal will be defeating ToA Heart, and I might have to use the LD5 to get the stun going because I don't plan to take Tyrone from the free 4-star event. If I have Tyrone, I'll replace her with Tyrone, and Tyrone will do the exact same thing but provide me with a speed lead as well. She can give me a cleanse and a shield, which is great, but I think if I have Tyrone, I don't need her at all. But because I have her, I'm going to use her. If you have Virat or Rika or whatever AoE CC unit that you can pull from summoning, then you can use them as well for your ToA Heart. Meanwhile, Veramo, Spectra, and Gerard would be my main damage dealer because they all have skill that scale with enemy max HP, and this guy will be my main healer and defense breaker. I think I should be able to finish ToA Heart in the next couple days. And while that's happening, I'll be trying my best to stabilize my Dragon's team with Verderhow on a full damage, attack crit rate, and attack build, and Gerard will be on the free rune build that he got from the event. We also have Spectra on just whatever Violent build I can get on, because there are so many things in the game that give you free rune. I'll try my best to get my hands on as many Violent rune as possible. And this one is on speed, HP, and HP. Trying to get some crit rate and crit damage right there because this skill can do very good damage as well. And lastly is going to be this guy on a speed, HP, accuracy build, and 2A as well. I may try to use Lauren, but I'm not sure how good that's going to be because I kind of need the healing from the Bella in case shit go wrong. But right now the team is not stable yet. We're trying to get that done as soon as possible. Also, big shout out to Alucas Blood for taking me in, allowing me to do some guild rival for some guild points. Being in a guild is very important, so trying to get into a guild as soon as you can because you want that skill from the guild so that you get more stat from doing various different content in the game. Any extra stat is very important. Now let's get to some question. How do you make 6-star and how do you do it fast? As you can see, I have 10 6-star at the moment, and for every 6-star, I do the same thing. As long as I have Rainbow Mon, I'll feed that to the unit. If I don't have enough Rainbow Mon, I'll start feeding 1-star monster to 2-star silver monster. Try not to use 3-star unit that are important for fusion or skill up for other unit, like let's say this family is very important to have many of, or this family for the water werewolf or the Inugami family. Try to use the 1 and 2-star so you can 6-star unit. But how do you get the 1 and 2-star? So once in a while, I just sit here, do a couple crystal refreshes, and buy all the unknown scroll and anything that is silver star as well. Don't buy the yellow star unit because they are more expensive. I'd rather buy more unknown scroll because I want to summon even more 2-star unit that way anyway. In the early game, you don't have a lot of mana. So I'll just refresh, buy the unknown scroll, buy the silver star unit, and use them as fodder to make as many 6-star as I can. Next question, who to 6-star? So you should focus on 3 main things. First going to be your ToA team because you get so many free stuff in here. Next up is going to be your dungeon farming team. The first dungeon team that most people will be able to build will be Abyss Giant's Heart, and that will require you to have Veramos, Shannon, Bella, and if you played recently, you have the Water Gerald as well, which is really amazing for all the dungeon because of this skill and this AoE defense break here. And one last unit of your choice. It can be that shiny wind 5-star damage that you have, or you can also slot in Crow and you will have a pretty okay starter team for giants, and these will be your main 6-star unit. But for me personally, I'll be jumping into the dragon as well, so these will be my 6-star unit. I got this guy from Fusion and he is amazing for dragons. But then why do I have other unit like Fran or Lauren 6-star as well? I will need these unit for Necro later on because you still have to finish the Necro achievement to get the Rage Rune, and they're also just very good general unit for ToA and for other dungeon potentially and early game PvP as well. There's a trap that many players fall into, that is the 6-star, whatever cool 5-star they get. The thing about summoners was that most of the 5-star that you are going to get will be absolutely useless in early game, and they are great in mid to late game PvP, or they are just bad in general. So you don't have to build many of these units, you only have to build these very accessible free-to-play unit, and they will allow you to conquer many dungeons in the game. So a lot of people will get confused because there are so many units they can potentially build in the 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. But then these are probably the best in slot for whatever you want to do in the game, and you don't have to build these early on. For 4-star unit, you can't max their skill level anyway, and for 5-star, same thing, you would not have unlimited Devilmon, so you focus on the unit that you can actually farm from Secret Dungeon so that you can max their skill level, and they are also just the best thing to use anyway, which is a great thing about summoners. The next question is how to maximize energy and crystal in the early game. So in the early game, 80% of my energy is spent leveling up my monster to the max because there's so much leveling up to do after you 6-star them. So a lot of the time I'll be spent doing leveling up in this dungeon so I can get Inugami for my Inugami skill up. Partially I'll be spending my time in some of the stages because I need the fire golem for fusion, or I need to get certain material from this to finish a quest, or I need to get skill up for my birds, so they will only drop in this particular story stages. But majority of the time we spend here because you need to make the fire, dark, and light Inugami, potentially the water one as well. So you will need a lot of Inugami for skill up. So I'll be spending a lot of my energy in here just raising my unit level. Other than that, 50% of my energy will probably be spent in Hold of Magic as well because you have to awaken so many units to get access to their skill or leader skill or upgrade in stat. So a lot of time we spend here because the game will give you a lot of attribute essence, but the game will not give you enough magic essence. So a lot of time will be spent in the Hall of Magic to get a lot of mid and high for awakening material. I won't be farming rune early on before I get a decent farming team for these dungeons, especially I don't want to start farming B10. If I want to farm, I will farm Abyss normal because I get access to potentially intangible rune and also much better drop rate in Abyss normal, and it's not much harder than B10 anyway. So when I start farming rune, which is probably going to be tomorrow because I'm progressing like crazy, to a normal player probably going to take a longer time, but I'll probably be farming rune tomorrow so I can get access to new rune, especially focus rune, and I can equip more monster with it. What about crystal? One of the biggest scam of this game is this shop right here. If you are a low spender or free to play, you should never touch this, like ever, because this amount of crystal can be so much farming, and you can potentially farm and get mystical scroll drop from the dungeon more than what you can get right now. But this is instant gratification. Don't fall into it. 90% of what your crystal should be spent on is going to be this, okay? Just energy, refresh, and farm. This, if you're in a rush, if you're not, you don't have to do it in the early game as well. 90% of the crystal will be spent on refreshing for energy, so you can farm, and farm. There's a farmer's war, okay? They got the name wrong in the title. But what about the 10%? That's where the fun is. So I mentioned a lot of time I refresh the shop, which is a normal thing. So we're going to refresh, get some of this, get some of the silver star for 6-star unit, and maybe you get a scroll or two. If you refresh 750 crystal, you probably get more than 10 scroll, and you're going to get maybe a rune or two as well. Maybe this is going to be a good slot to speed rune, and that's going to be absolutely amazing. And sometimes, like right now, they will give you some of these deals. Some of the items here are not too bad. They can be bought and they can be useful because they can be used for progression purposes, like the energy or the rainbow mons. But getting one of these scroll might be not very free-to-play friendly. Like this can be a Nat 5, can be an LD Nat 5, but can also be trash. So with only 2,000 crystal, I may not get that. The runes I get. The God rune, maybe not, but the Vial, the Despair, the Will, I will get. The artifact, a little bit too expensive. So for now, I bought some of the stuff. Of course, gonna have some fun, right? But don't fall into the trap of maybe these. They are not very good. Unless you really want to get that homunculus early. You can farm for that as well, okay? If you can farm these easily, you should not buy it with crystal, okay? It will come naturally. And last question, which 4-star do you get from the event? So a lot of guide or recommendation from anyone out there will be this guy, because he is the king of early game control with the Spectra slow debuff. He can push back attack bar, provide freeze, provide speed leader, provide many fun things. But as I mentioned, if you already summon a 5-star unit that can do similar stuff like AoE control, for example, you summon and get yourself a water dragon, which is also really good at doing so, you might want to take a look at the Fire Magic Knight, which is actually the unit that I got from the event. You may not need to even get anything from the event before the event runs out for the first 30 days. But I got impatient. I'm gonna get this unit early because I want to build team for this unit in all the dungeon. So this girl belongs in many farming team for the Rift Beast, for the Necro, and many other guild content. She's a great damage dealer in general thanks to her passive, and just very good. Her water sister is amazing, but she is on another level. So I got her from the 4-star event. Other than that, I don't think any 4-star is super crucial for passing anything in early game, thanks to the Second Awaken system that this game have. There are so many Second Awaken units that are just borderline way too good and make many 5-star and 4-star obsolete because they're just so good and they are very free to play friendly. So my 4-star of choice will be this unit. And one of the most important things is still to stick very close to the Summoner's Way, because this will teach you about Summoners War nobody else could. Every single step of the way, they will teach you and they'll give you so much reward. Oh, by the way, we got a Transcendence Scroll. Let's check out what 5-star I'm going to get. Oh my god. This is like in the middle of the video. I don't know if anyone's gonna see this part because this is gonna be somewhere in the middle. You know what? I don't want to get rate up anymore. I actually want a normal monster now. All right, let's see what I'm gonna get from the free 5-star from the Summoner's Way. Okay, no collab spark. I like that already. What is that? Ciara. Another PvP unit that I may not use at all. Will I be a bomb team for arena clearing? Maybe, but not now. Also, I'm very surprised at how many 5-star I have since I started this account. I have so many 5-star already. I have 1, 2, I got a Duke 5 Geralt as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in this storage, I have 6, 7, 8, 9. I have almost 10 5-star from summoning since I start playing this account. And the total scroll that I have summoned is not even a lot. That is crazy. I've summoned only 300 scroll and I have... Is this beginner's luck? Is my account boosted with crazy luck? But I don't have the one I want though. Like, those are not like top tier, so I don't know what to do with them. Probably gonna stick with the free-to-play unit for now. Alright guys, that's my day number 2 in this beginner account. The progression is absolutely mind-blowing. The next video might be me crushing an RTA with the support unit and maybe 1 or 2 unit that I actually have. And let's see if we can actually beat people up with a 3-day-old account. I hope you guys are excited for that because I can't wait to just have some fun messing around with people. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.